We need to talk.
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 Welcome back to Need to Talk, episode number 79?
Yes.
79?
79.
I am your host, MR.KOA, alongside
Top Boy.
It's gonna be a short episode. We're both beat. I'm just gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you off rip. I'm gonna tell you off rip right now. We are done. This is probably gonna be maybe 35, 40 minutes maximum. We might even be stretching 40. I don't know. I might fall asleep mid episode. Who knows? Zamor's head's already leaning. Yeah.
For real, bro.
Man took a nap before I got here. Like, we're done. This honestly, this is the difference between us and everyone else, to be honest. Not to knock anybody else, but like people doing podcasts, like for us to do a podcast each week, we really have to make time for this.
And have to actually like it.
And love it.
Yeah.
Because this isn't like, hey, got some free time, want to meet up. Let me just knock out the podcast. Like, this is a seriously scheduled thing. And it has to be at a certain time, a certain day, and it has to be put out a certain time, a certain day, or else it won't get done. Yeah. Like, if I don't edit this tomorrow, it won't get done. Like, I'm forced because we have a schedule, and if I don't do it at a certain time, it'll get backlogged, and then everything else kind of gets messed up, and we do some other things other than obviously the podcast and our personal lives and our careers. That like, this is so like militant for us.
It really is.
But we enjoy it. We enjoy it. But at the same time, it's like, you know, sometimes our body's like, yo, if this is the last thing to do on our list, it's like, at least, you know, we give the last energy we have to the podcast to, you know, at least something goes out, because, you know, we did make a pact to try and stay consistent again. Yeah. I was going through the stats on our page comparing from, I guess, like before the TV show, I guess I should say, before we got a TV show, and then comparing our listening ship, if that's a word, to what it is now, and we had a significant drop, and I'm okay with that because, you know, like anything, consistency is key, right? And that's a prime example, and I'm not blaming you guys. I mean, if you're listening to this right now, you're obviously not part of it, like, because you're listening. But the people who dropped off, or the people who aren't listening anymore, or whatever, like, I completely get it. With anything, if you're not consistent and you stop. It's just and podcasts, it's such an out of sight, out of mind thing, because like when you're in the routine of something, especially like I remember when I was at work, like working a day job, like I would listen I listen all the time, but like you'd have your go-tos, like when the Wednesday comes, or, you know, I'd go to the Joe Biden or Brilliant Idiots on a Thursday or whatever. Like I know my go-tos, but you know, if you're not consistent, it's like it only takes a couple of times to go to a Wednesday and podcast's not there, and you're like, oh shit, okay. Next week you go on the Wednesday, podcast's not there. You're like, oh shit. Like eventually you're gonna stop looking. Like just naturally, like you'll find something else to replace your time. You're not gonna keep checking for someone. It's like a thing. Like if someone's not reaching out to you, like how many times are you the first person to text first? Like almost never. Never, right? So I get it. So our numbers were probably like, we were averaging like 900, 800 views or listens per episode, and now we're around like 250, 300. Granted, of course, but I want to get us back up there. So I'm trying to, you know, our page is looking nicer. Zamor's doing great with the video stuff. I'm doing the audio stuff. Our sound is greater. You know, we're taking steps to kind of bring the quality back and grow significantly, you know, simultaneously. So
I agree.
Yes.
So yeah, we're gonna get into the first question.
Yes.
For this week.
I mean, it's only one question.
One question. Yeah. Sorry, that Ryan posted, and it was: has dating during a pandemic been easier or more difficult? What has been the most noticeable difference? Right. I mean, we're both in relationships, but.
Well, I mean, I dated. I got in during the pandemic.
You got in a relationship during the pandemic. Yeah. How was dating different? I know. There's some aspects of it that are probably the same, but how is dating different because of the pandemic?
For me personally, what I noticed was I wasn't a dating app person.
Prior to COVID?
Yeah, prior to COVID, I wasn't really a dating app person, just because I'm always out. traveling. I meet people. I had never had a problem meeting a girl.
Yeah.
I never needed to go to an app to try and find a girl.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And not that you're going to an app to find a girl, but like I never even really had time to go on an app when I'm constantly meeting people in real life, in person. You know what I'm saying? So like for me to have my normal schedule, traveling, seeing people, doing things, going on, you know, meeting someone at an event or something and kicking it off and going on a date from that to get home and then go into an app after. It didn't even fit my schedule. It didn't make any sense to do that, you know? So with COVID and the pandemic, you know, obviously you couldn't go out, you couldn't travel, you couldn't see people, you're at home all the time. So I downloaded an app. I downloaded Hinge for the first time because I heard it was better than the other apps and it's more, you know, personal and you can add certain stuff, whatever. So I downloaded it and tried it out, and that's how I met my current girlfriend, through Hinge. And she never used Hinge either. Her sister made her download it, so we kind of both were like hesitant to get the app, and it kind of worked. And Hinge's slogan, I think, is like the app to be the app that's supposed to be dating app that's supposed to be deleted or something like that. That's like their slogan or something, because like we both got the app and deleted it after we met each other, you know. So that's kind of it served its purpose. But yeah, for me, it just I think COVID just forced people to be more social, verbally, and you know, really get to know people like for a while, like because the thing is, you're like you in most cases, even if you use an app, you use it for a couple of days. Oh, this girl's cool. Let's meet. You know what I mean? Like you kind of jump to the, all right, this is a couple of days of talking. Like, all right, so let's go out. Now it's like I actually don't know when I'm going to get to see you.
I gotta talk to you for a long
I gotta keep talking to you for a bit until it's like until the mayor says we can do it, or the prime minister says we're okay. Like, so it's actually an indefinite time of just talking. And if you can't keep someone's interest for a couple of days, that's dead.
I feel like it probably created a lot of problems for people as well, though. Like,
people in what sense?
So I feel like if you were on dating apps, right, you meet someone and you realize, oh shit, I can't actually see this person in real life until I know that it's good. And then when you meet this person in real life, they don't live up to any of the expectations that you set. And once again, I guess the problem could be right there, that expectations that you set. But pre-COVID, there were times where you meet people on social media or these apps, and then in person you're like, whoa, you're not the same person.
I would say that the pandemic and the dating scene, it really tested people. And if you really have, if it actually think it really exposed if people actually are about anything. Like, are you about shit? Like, everyone thinks they're about shit, but like, if you're dating during this time right now, like, this really tests if you're about shit, because you'll know if you have nothing to talk about. Like, you will know. Deep down. Like, if you're talking to someone for a week, 2 weeks, you will know that, like, yo, shit, like, every day is kind of like, how you doing? How's work? Cool, true. If you go through your transcript of text messages
and they look
and there's ain't shit in there, like, it'll make you reflect, like, I'm really ain't about shit. Like, I actually don't do shit. Why should a girl like me? Why should a guy like me? I don't do shit. Like, it actually, I think it'll really expose that for some people, because you can mask that. When, like, pre-COVID, in normal times, if you ain't about shit, you can mask that. You do a little giggle here, a little joke thing here, send a couple memes, you meet up now you're chilling, and now you just kind of just mask that you're not about shit by just seeing each other, right? You can hide through that. Let's go on a date here, let's go for food, let's go for a movie, let's go out, let's travel, let's do this. It never actually gets exposed that you ain't about shit. Can you hold a conversation for 3 weeks, a month, 2 months?
How long have we been in COVID? 5 months?
6 months.
6 months? That's insane.
Can y'all hold conversation for 5 months, 6 months before you're bored?
Yeah, I genuinely don't think I'm holding a conversation with anyone for more than 2 months if we're not serious about dating. Like,
but how would you know?
That's what I'm saying. Like, because in real life, it's easier for me to determine whether or not I think I'm gonna date you. But if it's like 2 months of talking through social media, that's tough, bro. Tough. And I know people do it. I know people have done it. I know it's been successful with some people, but for me, thinking about it, I'm just thinking, listen, I'm gonna be talking to you on social media, but I'm probably gonna be seeing someone else in real life.
Yeah,
I know that sounds really bad, but like if I'm relegated to only having conversations with you through social media, that like
so I have a scenario.
Okay,
a personal scenario. So the girl that starts with the leather that you know about that didn't work out, that I closed. That was one of the situations. We started talking during COVID.
Yeah.
We were following each other. We talked months. She didn't live in the city. She wanted to come visit, and not far from the city, but just wasn't in the city. A few hours out.
Yeah.
And we planned to meet up when things got better, and then things got delayed again. And then the prime minister delayed things again. So she's like, "Oh, I can't come." And then work got busy. So like, we just had to keep talking for like a good 3 months, just talking.
Yeah.
We would talk, FaceTime, whatever. But it got to a point I was like, this is shit. Yeah. Like, and not that there's anything necessarily wrong with her per se. Like I was enjoying talking and stuff, but like it wasn't stimulating me enough after a while.
Yeah.
Like the first couple months, or sorry, the first couple weeks, a few weeks of meeting someone, like you go through all the questions, like what's this? What are your likes? What's this? Those parts are exciting. But then it's like, okay, now you get to the meat and potatoes
yeah.
of the person, and it's like, now you've been talking for a month and a half. This is it. These conversations aren't like, what do you like anymore? Now it's like, what are you about? So after like a month and a half, almost 2 months, now the conversations they're dying down. Not on my end. Like I'm still doing like some really exciting stuff, but she's not really doing too many things I'm excited about.
Yeah. Or like captivating,
or they're capturing the conversation, and then the conversation start getting like shorter. The conversation start becoming like, hey, good mornings, and then good nights, and stuff in the middle, and then it just kind of just starts. And then you have to remember, like in the midst of all this, like we have no idea when we actually see each other.
Yeah.
So like the desire to keep we're not together. We're just talking, and then the conversation's already dying after like a month and 2 months. Like, what is this? What is the purpose of this? And I don't even know I'm going to see you.
It's actually like a big risk.
It's crazy.
It's a big risk because, drawing from personal experiences, prior to dating Jamie, I mean, we were forced to just communicate through social media and do the whole FaceTime thing because we were long distance. And then when I finally met her in person, it was like a sigh of relief. So I was like, oh, okay. Like, she looks how she looks in her photos. Which sounds so like,
that's a real statement.
It sounds like crazy to say, but I'm sure women feel the same way, right?
Of course.
But it's just, I don't know how I would feel being in the middle of a pandemic, trying to
and never actually getting that closure of like, what do you actually look like, or what do you actually vibe like or feel like in real life?
I was talking, this is like the flip side of it. I was talking to one of our boys, actually, right? I won't say his name, but he was definitely a ladies' man, right? And he said to me, like it was like 2 or 3 months into COVID, right? When it wasn't as crazy as it was in the beginning where people were fearful. So he actually came over with one of my other boys to watch a UFC event. And he said, Zamora, I haven't had sex in like 5 months. Because prior to COVID,
he already hadn't before.
Yeah, because he was in another, like he was traveling. So, but normally it'd be like regular occurrence, right?
But circumstantially, he didn't have. And then when right into COVID,
it was like 2 months traveling, comes back, COVID. So he had to he was already locked down because he traveled, and then it was COVID. And this man was just like, yo, I had sex for 5 months. Like, this is crazy. It was like watching a drug addict trying to like come down. And he was just like, yo, like, I said jokingly, I said, bro, you gotta go on one of these dating apps and find someone that you like and just make a pact with them.
This is for sex.
Just be like, this is what it is for COVID.
Yeah.
Because you can't be alone. He lives by himself.
Yeah,
You can't be alone.
Oh,
you
man.
can't just bring random things.
Yeah.
So it's like, I'm sure there's probably girls out there feeling the same way. There's probably women feeling the same way as you.
Yeah, frustrated, for sure.
If you looked hard enough, you might find something, right?
You frustrated too much. You frustrated too.
So but I genuinely feel like that was probably happening a lot during COVID. It had to have been.
What, people just fucking to get the urges out?
I 100% believe it. Especially if you're living by yourself. You're living by yourself.
Yeah.
And COVID hits.
They're breaking quarantine for that dick.
And everyone says you got to stay home. You can't see anyone. You can't see anyone.
You're like, all right.
You're like, I bet. Let me hop on this
out
app.
the window.
Like I genuinely think people will be suffering. I really do. I really do. So we're gonna check out some of people's responses. The Rome Mac, he says, it all depends. For me, meeting someone who's a total opposite of me and stepping out of my own comfort zone to date was intimidating and rewarding. I've experienced the good so far and look forward to the great. That's a very positive outlook on it.
That's very pure.
Wait, what? Wait, what did you?
Huh?
Wait, who is this? Did I respond to? Oh,
What?
I responded to your girl, not even realizing it was your girl's account.
Yo, that's why I wrote. I'm like, don't answer her. Don't answer him.
Yo, because Ryan's girl said it's been great. And I said, how come? Like, I actually didn't even take in. I was just going through the motions, responding to people. And you said, don't answer some more. It's from the same account. So I'm like, what? I didn't say that.
Yeah,
and
the man,
he's just laughing.
because the man, yeah, I guess I didn't know you didn't realize. So I thought,
I didn't take it in.
I thought he was.
I didn't look at her profile. I just looked at the thing. And responded.
My girl said it's been great dating during COVID, and Zamora from we both have access to the WNTT page. So he replied, how come? And I thought he was just being an idiot and he wanted him to be like, oh, because I met Ryan, blah, blah, blah. So I just wrote, don't answer him. like from the same account. Yeah.
Who else? Sam Valor. She said.
That's a he.
Oh, he said,
Yeah.
my bad. He said, if both are homebodies, the relationship has been absolutely beautiful. So, wait, is he in a relationship? Do you know?
I don't know if he has a girl right now.
I mean, like that's facts.
Yeah.
Like if you and your partner are both homebodies, that works out. I feel like if you're single and you're a homebody, would that have been a blessing?
Yeah.
But then,
You mean dating wise?
yeah.
Well, no, because then you. How
It's weird because if you're a homebody, you'd rather just stay home with whoever it is that you're seeing anyway.
Yeah, but how would you meet someone?
You can't meet someone.
Yeah.
So wouldn't that be a fucking nightmare?
Yeah, that would probably
and
suck.
wouldn't that make you hate being a homebody?
I know a lot of people, including my aunt today. Even today, she said she's like, I used to beg to work from home.
Yeah.
Because I love being home and being a homebody, and now I hate it. And the thing is, I think that's happened to a lot of people because like you want to do something when it's your choice.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like if you're going to work every day and you're like, fuck, sometimes I wish I could work from home. Like you want to work from home on your own time, but now when you're forced to work from home, now it feels like it's just a reverse burden. It feels like now it's like it almost feels like you don't even get to enjoy the fact that you're working from home.
Punishment.
Yeah,
it's a mix of two different. It's a mix of that.
First world problems, by the way.
Yeah, it's a mix.
Definitely first world
feeling
problems.
like, oh, I can't do what I want to do, and then it's the flip side is feeling tired of your own space. You know what I mean? Like, because I was talking to Jamie about this the other day. Like, prices for renting have gone down in the city. Not by like a crazy amount.
Like the housing market?
Yeah, but it's gone down. And
no one's buying? I mean, no one's renting?
Buying, but
no one's leaving?
Yeah, no one's leaving. No, some people are leaving because they can't stay in the city because they couldn't afford to stay here with their jobs, right? So if you're working, it's a good time to get a new spot. And the longer I've been here, like repeatedly, I just been like, I need a new spot. I want a new spot. Like,
oh, you want to leave here now?
Yeah.
Because you've been here for so now you feel like you've been in here for so long.
I've been feeling that way. Like, and it's a combination of, the thing is, it's hard to leave where I live now because I do like the neighborhood. growing up in the suburbs, it still has that kind of feel. But I'm not gonna find anywhere that gives me the same thing for the price that I'm paying. So it's
like you're gonna have to pay more.
I understand that I'm gonna have to pay more, and I would like more space.
Are you prepared to do that?
I am prepared. I would like to have a space where my friends who are tall as shit don't have to like duck down and get in. You know what I mean? But
this man lives in the cubby.
Chill. I don't live in a cubby. That's crazy. But like the problem is, you know, she was just like, look, I'm down to move too, but I have no clue. There's this fear of a second lockdown, right? There's always that fear, like, what happens if they actually...
Oh, and you can't afford that new place.
Exactly, right? Like, what happens...
Like, at least right now, you know you can afford this place.
Yeah, so like, what happens if they actually lock down? I know personally, obviously, I could see it happening, but I don't think they will because they know how much the economy can...
Yeah, a second time.
Right? So I think they're going to go the route of... Let's just
conservatively,
let people get sick and we'll try and work it out. You know what I mean? I think that's what they're gonna do. But yeah, like the longer you're in your space, it becomes different. It's no longer the space you go to when you're done with.
No, you're forced to go to.
It's like, okay, I'm done my work. I'm gonna go to the couch now.
Yeah,
you sit at your desk for like 8 hours, and you're like, all right, let me just go to the other room.
It's a different environment.
And for some people that don't have multiple rooms in their place, it's like it's all like you're seeing everything all day.
Yeah, honestly, that's actually a mental health concern.
It's a big time concern, bro. Like
because like that could actually and probably already is making people like depressed, like anxious, lose their minds because like
bro,
it almost feels like you're it sounds crazy, but it almost feels like you're in jail, which I don't want to compare it to jail because jail is not a fun place, but I mean like
it's the way
it's a mental jail for people. Obviously your home is better than actual penitentiary, but if mentally you feel like you're being detained in your own home, like that must be a crazy feeling.
Big time. And I might be biased.
Man's finished.
I know. I might be biased because I work in the fitness industry.
We got 20 more minutes. We good.
Because I work in the fitness industry. But let's say there was another lockdown to happen, right? Or just a bigger quarantine. I genuinely believe that they cannot close down fitness places.
Oh, because that's actually people's mental release.
Dude, not only is going to the gym, whether you go to the gym to fucking run around, like lift weights, like it's a big mental release, and your physical health directly impacts your mental health. So, I mean, and even just on its own, your physical health will help you combat illnesses, like sicknesses, right? If you're physically fit, you're more likely to be okay. Yeah, for the first 2 weeks of COVID reopening, I saw it at the gym. I saw people were a little apprehensive to come back. Obviously, it's reduced numbers, right? So I teach at 2 different places. Like, let's just use one of them as an example. I think regular class size, you could fit like 40 people in there, 36, 40 people. Yeah. And we cut it down to 18. And classes, in most cases, are always full because people want to be bad. Like, they want to work out. And the other thing I noticed, especially in the city of Toronto, fitness place, like group fitness, that's a lot of people's like that's where they do so much socializing. That's where a lot of dating happens. Straight up, like
that's true.
I'll teach at a place for a year, and next thing I know, there's certain clients like dating
just because you keep going there.
It's like anywhere else. You go to the same workplace every day, like you're gonna have a work husband, like it's gonna happen, right? So it's the same thing at the gym. So I don't know. I don't think they should shut it down, but it's true. This whole thing is affecting your mental, so not just in the dating aspect.
No.
What's this one? Jasmine, she said, definitely good. Now people have to think outside the box for things to do. More nature adventures, less distractions, more communication.
Yeah. I've definitely done far more outdoor activities now.
What the hell is that thing you saw yesterday? You were outdoors and some people were wearing a ghost outfit or something like that?
There's a TikTok challenge going around where it's like it's a ghost challenge. First of all, the internet is goddamn poison because this is craziness. Like who's in their bedroom starting these dumb challenges, and why are people listening? That's my biggest concern. Like, someone starts this challenge and no one fights it. Like, nobody fights. Like, everyone just goes, that's what we're doing now? All right. And just everyone just...
But what was this challenge?
From what I've seen, it's literally just people are dressing up as ghosts, going into the forest. And
like, you have to go into the forest?
Yeah. You actually have to go into a forest with a bedsheet on yourself.
Okay. And
take photos and videos. And there's like a song that everyone, like, it's usually the same song over and over again. Everyone keeps using, and it's some song about, you know, a ghost in the night or blah. Like, but what the hell is this? Like,
hey man,
I mean, I see these two kids in the forest jumping around, and one girl's recording, the other girl's jumping around with a bedsheet on there with two eyes poked in them. Like, I'm like, social media is actually like. This is turning people mad.
In this day and age.
This is turning people mad.
In this day and age, this current climate, the last thing I want to do, if I'm a white person, the last thing I ever want to do is get caught wearing a white cape over my body with holes poked into it. Because you know what else that reminds you of?
What the hell? No,
interesting.
I'm just a ghost.
Interesting.
Okay.
So someone runs up on you because they think it's something else.
What the hell are you doing?
Crazy.
And I just started watching. I didn't finish it. Did you watch Social Dilemma?
Oh yeah. Watch the whole thing. Yeah.
I didn't finish it, but that's mad. Even with just the stuff that's been in. Like I watched.
Yo, we gotta talk about this.
I watched half of it, but I was like, this is mad.
Yeah. Like, and you know what's crazy? Okay, so what's super crazy about this doc is everyone who was talking in it are people that work for these companies and left because they're like, yo, this is fucked up.
Sick. And they're all from different companies. So it's not even like it's just only the one Google or the one like and they're high up. It's not like just
it's mainly Google and Facebook that do most of the dirty work.
And Twitter.
Twitter's actually not as bad. Like the thing about Twitter is like the problems that Twitter has been facing is the fact that
it's information.
Like it's the things people can just say on the platform.
Just misinformation.
Yeah.
There's so much misinformation.
It's misinformation and it's actually hard to get censored on Twitter. Whereas Facebook, they can censor you.
Yeah.
So, you know, the whole like freedom of speech thing just creates different arguments. But I just like, I don't know. It's wild because someone asked me Jimmy and I had a conversation like months ago because Twitter is my favorite app. Yeah. Right. I use Instagram for work, but I love Twitter because of how hilarious it is sometimes. But I think there was this convo going around about like how much if Twitter moved to a monthly thing where you had to pay for it, would you pay? And I was like, honestly, I would pay like $2 a month for it. Right. That's a small fee, but like, it adds up. All the users, whatever. They're still
What's the most you would pay?
$5.
You would go over $5 per month?
I don't think I'm paying $10. I'm not paying a Netflix subscription fee for Twitter. I'm on, but it's crazy because I'm on Twitter every day.
You're on Twitter more than Netflix.
That's true. You convinced me. I could justify paying.
You know what I mean? Like you
justify paying $12.99 for Twitter a month.
You tweet more than you watch movies. Or shows. Like you. And even if you're not tweeting, you're in the app longer than you're in Netflix. Yeah. But Netflix still gets their bill.
So I could justify paying that much. But people, when we're using these apps, people rarely, if ever, say to themselves, how am I not paying for this?
Why is this free? Yeah.
Why is it free? It's like, and it's free because advertisers pay to put their shit on the platform. And then in the Social Dilemma, they talk about how the advertisers are really paying for us, like to have information on us. They
said the line in there. They said if anything is free, anything that you have to pay for free means you are
the product.
Yeah. If you don't have to pay for a product, you are the product. Yeah. If you walk into a store and they're like, yeah, you know what? Today, all hot dogs are free. Yeah. You'd be like, what?
Really? You're the product.
Yeah.
And you're the product.
All hot dogs are free today. Really? Yeah. Yeah. All of them? Yeah. Take them. You're like, shit. All right. You grab a whole bunch of hot dogs. In most cases, sorry to tell you the truth, in most cases, those hot dogs are probably expiring. That's an option. Yeah. They're either going out of stock. That's an option. They're either being discontinued. That's an option. Or they're doing some type of testing.
Yeah, or in this case, when you take those hot dogs, you're signing over an agreement to let them just monitor your habits.
Whatever.
That's exactly what it is. That's all it is. And
no one just giving you shit.
And the way that one white dude with the dreads, like the old crazy looking dude, what he said was crazy, because he was saying, you know, people think these advertisers are here to just serve ads to you, and as we said, you're the products. He said no, like what they're really buying is the ability to change your behavior. And
even a little bit.
And when he said, like, if a company came to you and said, I can change the world's behavior
just by 1%
every year, that's literally worth hundreds of millions of dollars.
Because it's just the trajectory of turning everyone just a little bit.
Yeah,
will have a long-term effect for your business, for you, for your agenda, whatever. It's scary.
It's very crazy, and I've said this a million times. I had a private conversation with you about it, but it's just the fact that none of us can get this information. Like the way they depict it in The Social Dilemma, where they have like the model, right?
Yeah.
Of the kid, and by the end of it, it's like a full version of him, like a human version is like moving around, right? Because over time, it just
it generates.
Yeah, it just generates and understands you. It's like, what if Ryan says he can't go to Facebook and say, hey, I want to see the profile that you guys have on me.
Yeah.
Even though there's nothing that you can do like with that information.
Yeah.
You just can't get it. They already have it. So why can't I see what it is?
Nah.
'Cause that's how much it's worth. And there's this guy suing a bunch of companies, because the question is, how much is your shit actually worth?
Yeah.
We're moving into a digital age, man. Like, it's only gonna get worse. It really is.
It's a scary place, man. It's a scary place because it's like sometimes I think about things like super, super deep. Like I try not to do it too often, because it just brings you down like a wild rabbit hole.
Yeah.
But if you think about it, like before social media, what were we doing?
Before social media?
Yeah, what were we doing on a day-to-day basis? How are we getting through the day on a day-to-day basis? You go to work, you go to work, you have the internet. The internet existed before social media, mind you guys. If you guys don't know that, it did.
Yeah.
So there's internet, and then social media came after. So when there's just internet, what did we do? You met your friends in person. You do what you have to do during the day. You came home, you'd watch TV, and that's it. That's it.
Yeah.
We had television. And you
took so much time. Yeah.
And we had television. You'd be into shows more. And you'd maybe call your boy, call your girl, talk on the phone. If you need to go on the internet, it's really just to look at info. And that's it. So now that social media exists, it's like this has literally changed our behavior on a daily basis.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Do you remember when you first signed up for Facebook?
Yes.
How fucked up is that? Because like I really remember.
Yeah.
I remember it must have been like 10:30, 11 p.m. at night. And my boy just sends me like a BBM, and he's like, yo, have you seen this?
Yeah.
It's like someone like
I think someone sent it to me. Someone must have sent it. Everyone got it sent to them.
Yeah, it's like some Mr. Robot shit. He's like, this is he's like, have you seen this? Like, you should check it out.
Yeah.
I fucking sign in. And then what's crazy is, I don't think you can do it now, but if you were to go back and see, because there were times where you could go back and see your wall from like
the old
a long
stuff.
time ago. And I remember before I cleaned all that shit up, I was like, yo, I was really talking like this on social media. I wasn't saying like spicy shit, but I was like, yo, I was actually on this app all the time.
Yeah.
Talking publicly.
On walls. Walls.
I'd be talking to my boy.
On his wall.
And everyone would see it.
Yeah.
Everyone.
Like it was nothing. You talk about shit from school. You talk about friends.
And we talk about how behaviors change, think about like the first time like DMs became a thing.
Yeah, now it's private
and like private messages.
So no one's gonna see now. Because remember, like we can go back not even that far, but like before Instagram had DMs, the only way to talk to someone is commenting.
Yeah, straight up.
So everyone sees if you're trying to get girls' attention, it's like, oh my god, it's so beautiful, along with every other freaking thirsty ass guy saying so beautiful, and the girl, she sifts through all those comments, so she sees something that she likes, and then she follows you. But that's it.
That's it.
You can't, like, she has to come. She goes to your page. Do you remember? Do you remember how much you did it?
What are you about to say here?
So before DMs existed, what I used to do, I used to go to girls' old pictures, like their old pictures,
oldest one,
and we'd have combos there, cause like no one's going back that far. You know what I'm talking about? Like, because we could, like, think about it. We couldn't.
You're out here going back to photos in like 2012,
119 weeks back. Like we go back, and I'd comment there, and then like we'd have combos under her picture, like in private, in semi public but private. Like no one's scrolling that far back.
Yeah.
But that way, it's like it wouldn't be on the recent picture. But like that's how you used to flirt. And they would do the same thing to you. They'd scroll down to an old ass picture, leave a comment down there, and you're like, oh shit, okay, you're in here. Like that was the only way to kind of like create some privacy. 100%. Do you remember that or no?
No, I do. And even like just feeding off of this, right? Talking about how it's changed.
Mans would drop numbers in comments. And that's how you would text. And you'd be like, yo, text me. Full fucking number on the public platform.
Like, the way this has changed behaviors is actually so insane, because prior to, let's just use Instagram, I don't even think on Facebook, I don't think with Facebook there was ever a time where you as a guy could like another girl's photo on Facebook and it would be a problem. You understand what I'm saying? So Instagram,
like, you mean it was innocent before?
Yeah, I genuinely feel like it was way more innocent when Facebook. Like
the
way the app.
It wasn't like there wasn't a liking stuff.
Liking stuff didn't even happen for a long time.
Yeah, the like button was a new thing, but when the like button, even when the like button was first introduced on Facebook, it wasn't viewed as sexual or a way to get someone's attention. What did get people's attention was the poke option.
Yeah,
that's what they introduced to first kind of get like,
oh, I want like your attention. Yeah,
yes,
like, you get pokes. You're like, oh,
yes.
okay.
I remember I would sign on. I'd be poked from like 6 girls. I'm like, why are these girls poking? What the frick?
Yeah.
I go to their page. I'm like, oh, okay, this girl's cute. This one's not. But that was the first thing to be like, yo.
But see that behavior thing, right? So
that was the behavior. They made that a thing. Yeah.
In Social Dilemma, when the guy's talking about how we're literally changing people's psychology
and perception. Yeah,
perception, and the whole point is to just keep you on the app longer.
Yes.
So how can we put certain how can we put certain things into the app that are going to make people, while they're using it, say, oh, I need to stay on here?
Yes.
We got the poke. That one dude who was in the doc too, he said he works at Facebook and he just casually said, I created the like button.
Yeah. I created the like button, which sounds like it's nothing, but
like what? That's one of the
that revolutionized the actual app itself.
Because now when you go to Instagram, to this day, I feel like it's almost like a known thing. If you like someone's photo,
you like them. People
are going to say, "Oh, you like this person, eh?
You like them." It's like, nah.
I seen you like all her photos.
Yeah, but I just follow her. Yeah, but you're not gonna like more than 3. What? I mean, 2's fine, but 3 is like, okay, you like it. Like, who made these numbers? Like, what is going on? And that is a conditioning that they have now created.
Yeah,
they've conditioned us so much that it is now law.
Like, don't
bro,
do this.
It is law.
Do not do this, otherwise we have problems. You know what I mean?
Like, this is why I'm like, I hate going deep like this, because it makes you really start questioning everything. But like, they essentially created something that didn't exist before and then created a law in it that we now abide by.
Yeah.
Instagram, there was no Instagram. There was no, they made these and then we joined these apps not knowing what the fuck they were.
Yeah.
And they basically said, this is what this does.
Yeah.
This is what this does. This is what this means. You're like, okay. So we all learned this fucking ethics through them. Now we're all kind of like, okay, this is what's happening. Cool. And then they basically made us now use their platform as law.
Yeah.
In our real lives. What?
If I could,
bro, what? Like,
okay, let me ask you this. If you could, if you could see like a video of the day Ryan discovered Instagram.
Yeah.
Would you like to see that video?
Yeah,
because I think I would too. I would like if you could just observe yourself, or even if there was like
it was just pure confusion.
Even if there was a way you could just see like a screen recording, of you just like browsing the app when it first came out. I feel like that would because based on what you know now, would you tell like would you tell yourself, a younger version of you, to maybe suckle a little bit
on what,
on social media, not get rid of it. But would you tell yourself, hey, like, this is what you should know?
Yeah. Of course.
Because no one's saying nothing.
Listen, the fact that Instagram started with just like you sharing stuff and food and just photos, there was no sexual innuendo part of it.
Yeah.
There was no like guy post abs, girl post titties. It was literally food and stuff.
Yeah.
Cats,
random shit. Yeah.
Friends, like not even friends. No one was really posting their friends. Really just like stuff. Like, what I ate today, here's some new kicks, man's are posting shoes, whatever. Like, it was just whatever, just assortment of things. And then they funneled it and funneled it and funneled it all the way to the point that now there's the red option in it, right? Like we've gone so far that like now you see when the message is read.
Yeah, like
you see when the message is sent.
You see when
like,
someone's typing. Like,
like even like that typing feature they're talking about in the dilemma. Like that is the craziest. Like it was such a simple.
Yeah.
It was such a simple line, but it hit me so much because it's like you were saying, they want to keep you in the app, but like once they add, like we're so used to these things now, it seems like it's norm. But like there was a time where you would text and the person responds when they're ready. Now you can see when someone's typing.
Hold on. And even to that point, see, I'm the type of person where if I text you, like I will text, do my thing, and then I'll put my phone down. Like I'll put my phone down. But that tool was created so that I wouldn't put my phone down.
Yes, they don't even want your phone leaving your hand.
Yeah.
Right? Like a lot of us will text someone, and the thing is, we put our phone down because we're like, they might not see it right away, so I'm not gonna sit here and just look at my phone like, what the hell? They have shit to do.
Yeah.
But they now have that feature where one, not only does it say the person's currently online, two, it lets you know that the person's has just read it. So and it's so instantaneous that like you subconsciously won't leave your phone because you're being plugged.
Yeah,
you're being probed.
You're being probed
constantly.
Like this is gonna happen.
This is about to happen. Oh, okay. I can't leave now. There's bubbles happening.
But you know what really fucked me up though?
What
was? Did you see the notification part?
I don't think I got that far.
Okay, so they talk about how they use the kid and the fake situation.
Oh yeah, and they start throwing things at him, right?
So they basically say, "Yo,"
I do remember that part.
They're like, "Yo, it's like 3 p.m. He's usually on his phone at this time."
Yeah, go ahead.
Send him a notification. Like send him a notification to remind him to like come back to the app. And then the kid's chilling. He gets a notification. He looks at his phone.
No, they go. Yeah, like he's usually on break right now, right? Like how come he's not online?
Yeah,
and they're like yeah, we need matches. We're like, they went through his account. They're like, oh, his friend Johnny, let's say, Johnny just joined Facebook. Throw it at his phone.
Yeah,
Johnny just joined Facebook.
But
Guy's
this
attention.
is why it's crazy, because for me, whenever I get a notification, because I've turned off basically all the notifications on my phone except for email.
Yeah,
right. And when I get a notification from an app on my phone, I genuinely just always took it as it was just built into the app. It's like it's just what it's supposed
I
to.
know.
It's what it's supposed to do.
It's supposed to just
but I never perceived it as
someone controlling
someone
it.
like this is
an automated design.
Yeah, this is a design by the app to make sure I come back to the app. It might not even want me doing shit. It might not even be prompting me to do anything.
Just wants your eye time. Just wants your eye time.
Just come back to the app real quick. If you had Instagram, like I don't know if you still have all your Instagram notifications on.
No, the only thing I have on is comments.
Okay.
If someone comments, I'll see a comment.
I think I used to have comments, but it's like I don't think I have anything. And it's like because excuse me, that shit was wild.
Yeah, blowing every second.
Every second
I like
something.
I like.
When I see people who have those notifications on
all the time,
it gives me anxiety.
How do you use your phone?
It actually gives me
How do you
anxiety.
leave your phone when your phone's like that?
That's the better question. How do you leave your phone? You can't. It gives me serious anxiety.
It's too much.
Imagine, cause even the fucking
even if I put my phone down for 2 hours, I come back to it. I'm like, yo, what is going on,
dude?
Do you ever have that feeling? You're like, what? Yo, what? You take a nap, bro, midday.
Yeah.
You wake up, your phone's on fire,
bro. Even this, you know, when you like you go to the feed, you scroll down, sort of refresh.
The pull thing.
But the thing that I always knew that when you scroll down, it was designed like a slot machine.
Yeah.
But what fucks me up is when the guy said we designed it so that sometimes you'll scroll down and it won't refresh. They do that purposely. So
to make you pull again. Oh my god,
dog! And I tried it the other day. I sat there and I kept doing this. Nothing, right? The stories might change. Nothing's changing, and you just keep doing it, and eventually it will change. There you go. See, this was posted 5 hours ago, so it's not like it's replacing it with something new.
No,
in that minute,
it's just letting give them time.
Even down to the chronological order. We all used to want chronological order.
Yes.
I still want it, but
absolutely.
But the thing is,
they know what they did.
Now you understand why they do it.
They know what they did.
Because when I keep fucking re-scrolling, it's gonna show me something 18 hours ago.
You'll never get what just happened.
I'm constantly scrolling. This shit's not changing.
And it's
gonna change.
And there's clearly other stuff it can show you.
4 hours ago. Like what? What are we talking about? This is insane. It's actually insane.
This is scary. I'm scared. This oh man, we can go so far with this, but it's just, I don't know, guys. What do you guys think? This is it. Have you noticed yourself slowly pulling back as well
from social media?
Social media.
Yes, in terms of certain habits. I used to be the type. If I'm gonna post, I'm gonna post at this time and do this. But
I'm never that type. Yeah, but I know you were. I think I've pulled back in the sense where I don't read all my comments, and I don't like everyone's comment. I used to try and like everyone's comments, and I'm like, why am I doing that? Like you almost. The fact that you even gave that option was another probe. There was no way you could like other people's comments before. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
You couldn't. Someone comments and that's it. You comment back when you're ready or you don't comment back and that's it. And they said, people aren't commenting back. Okay. Give them a like option. So at least they can still acknowledge the comment. So now you have a little heart beside the comment. So if you don't want to fully comment, just like it though. Just like it. Just give them a little tap. Let them know. And then when you tap, they'll know that you like their comment. And now you guys are both connected again. Now you guys are both back on the app. Perfect. And now they might say something else. And now you guys it's just a probe. So now I don't like anyone's comments unless I know you personally. And most likely if I know you personally, I'll just respond to you, whatever. Yeah. But I try not to like people's comments. I do not know the last time I went through my stories
and looked at who. I
do not remember the last time I did that.
I'm the same way.
I might see 2,000 or 1,000 people viewed it. I'm not scrolling through who viewed it.
Yeah.
Hell no. I don't care.
Yeah. What, you got a call?
You're interrupting the podcast.
Okay, bye.
She said, okay, bye so quick. Okay, bye.
That was the girlfriend. Yeah, like it's just constant probing. So I know people who go through their stories, go through who's looking,
Absolutely,
who saw my thing today, who unfollowed me today. What, like, you are plugged in.
There was a time like
that
years ago. Like, there was a time years ago. Like I remember like 4 or 5 years ago, I fully had an app.
The unfollow app?
That track that. It's like, who's unfollowing me? Who's following me?
Who cares?
And now I'm like,
but they need that. They want that. They want that constant plug-in. Someone unfollow me. I gotta go and follow them back. Someone follow me. Okay, I'm gonna
Isn't that the crazy thing?
I'm gonna go follow them back.
They unfollow me. I have to unfollow you now.
I have to.
For what?
It's the law. If you unfollow me, that means you don't like me. They've conditioned us to think this. That is crazy. There's people I know in person, in real life, that I don't follow. Not because I don't like you, because I don't go fuck with what you post online. That doesn't mean I don't like you.
Yeah.
Bro, the most frustrating shit is when I meet people, especially guys. It's usually guys. When I meet guys, actually, you're. I think you're part of one of these situations. When I meet certain guys. Remember the Foot Locker campaign we did? Yeah. And mans are like, yo, follow me back. And they ask you in person, and they put that pressure on you.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
And I'm like, you are not gonna pressure me to follow your Instagram. That is not gonna happen.
Yeah.
Like, and there's now a law again that this fucking app has created that, like, if you exchange Instagram accounts with somebody, like, yo, what's your Instagram? You get them. If you ask for my Instagram, that's because you're interested. I don't automatically need, like, there's this like unspoken pressure now that this fucking app has created that, like, you talk to someone for a little bit. Oh, you have Instagram? First of all, the fact that question is like so quick in combos now, weird.
What's your Instagram?
Like,
yeah,
weird. Like, think about that. I just meet you and someone's like, you have Instagram? It's like, you have me in real life right now.
Ryan, why do you think people ask about for the Instagram?
Like, guys or girls? Or
both. Why do you think people say now, part of their regular conversation, what's your Instagram?
Status.
Not just status. Why do you think? You just met someone and you're like, what's your Instagram?
But are you saying if it's a guy or a girl, does it matter?
It doesn't matter. Why are people asking for each other's Instagrams? It's so that they can vet you. It's because you know.
That's what I think. That's what I
mean by status.
Like, they want to be like, how many followers do you have, or who is this guy?
No, I don't think.
Or who is this girl?
I don't think it's more so about like the followers. I think it's more so because it still relates to what you said. But I think it is more so. Okay, now that I have Ryan's Instagram, I can actually go back and look at everything he's ever done. I can creep him. I can, like, figure out who this guy is.
Yeah.
But if you don't have my Instagram and you meet me,
I'm who you see, whoever you see.
That all you know about me is who you see, and
which is how normal life was.
And I've met people who have said things like, I met girls who are like, oh my God, I love this guy. And I'm like, why? And they tell me why. And one of the reasons is because he's so low key. He's not really out here on social media. I'm like, what? I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? In my head, I'm thinking, excuse me? That's a thing that people strive for now. They're like, he's so low key. Like, he's so hot, but he's so low key. Like, he's not even out here. I'm like, what?
But you think, but I get it.
I understand it.
Like, and the thing is, even that's another direction we could dive. Even that being a bonus just shows how fucked up social media is.
But it's also
because people want you off of it.
But Ryan, it's a bonus and it's also a problem because some people I've also heard the flip side where people are like,
the man's that are on social media are weird.
They're like, he's definitely up to something.
But that's the law. That's more law.
But you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, but think about that. That's more law.
Yeah, but there's more people who say that though.
Yeah,
you say
if you don't have social media, you're doing something.
You're doing something. If you Ryan, think about this for a second.
That's just more bullshit.
Think
law.
about this for a second.
Yeah.
If you, because I don't believe social media makes you who you are.
No.
But if you were who you are today, at this very moment, without social media, and someone came to you and was like, "What's your Instagram?" and you said I don't have one.
Yeah.
Or I do, but I barely use it. It's got like 10 posts on there.
Yeah.
Not even 5. They're going to look at you like you're weird.
Yeah. No, you're right.
They're gonna look at you like you're funny, and which is crazy.
Yeah. They're
gonna be like, "What? You're not plugged in?" It's like,
yeah.
no. I find it weird sometimes when I meet people who are like great people.
No Instagram account.
Kind of out here, just nothing.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm more weirded out by the fact that they're able to do it. I'm like, how
that is the power, because that, like, it sounds crazy, but it's like, actually, here's an actual statement. If I was able to make money doing either this career or another career without social media, I probably wouldn't have it.
I feel you on that. Yeah.
Like, obviously I don't only use social media for business, but it trickles off to other things because I'm already there for business.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I might as well use this for some social stuff as well. But
yeah.
if I didn't rely on any social interaction or for people, like if I was making money, my bank account was going up, me and my friends are chilling when we can, my girl's good, we're living, like, I actually don't get anything I don't get like a yes from social media. Like, I don't, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm literally on it because I'm like, business wise, I need to be here to do such and such and such. But like, if everything else in my life could stay the same money wise, and I was finding ways to make money and getting clients and doing stuff on the side, whatever, and my friends and my family, my girl, this stuff was good. Like, I wouldn't actually, like, the people that are like, yeah, I'm on social media, like, that's actually freedom.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, you don't have to answer to unless you have my number. I don't have to answer to nobody. Like, that would literally be my life. It would be like either you're my girl texting me or Zamora or my family, and otherwise I'm like, anyone else, like,
I genuinely
send me an email.
I genuinely okay. So to your point, the reason why you and I are on social media as much as we do, like, I'm sure you've probably had girls in the past tell you that, like, you're on your phone a lot.
Yeah.
Right. And it's for the reason you just said. We use our phones primarily for business, and then it trickles down into other things.
Yes.
I genuinely feel like if I wasn't in this career, I don't think I'd be on social media as much.
I agree. Exactly.
Right? And I know this because based on the only reason I'm on it is because of how busy I am in my career. My partner used to say the same shit to me. She used to be like, you're on your phone all the time. Like, you're too busy. And then this is when she wasn't as busy as I was.
Yeah.
So she might have fallen into that trap of, like, just looking too hard at certain things on Instagram, being like, what's this, blah, blah, blah. But now that she's crazy busy.
She's on it.
It's not that she's on it a lot.
Yeah.
But now her attention isn't on, oh my God, like, what's Zamora doing with this?
No.
What's this person doing with this?
You don't care anymore.
Like, the people that do that are typically bored. Like, they don't have too many things going on.
Yeah.
So on the flip side, I feel like, straight up, I feel like if I was, let's say I won the lottery tomorrow, I think I'd be off social media. I think I'd be so close to being off of it.
I agree.
What am I on there for now?
I'm literally telling you, I don't care. Like I am solely on social media because it grows my business. Is a literal direct correlation to my brand growing, to me getting paid, to me, you know, celebrities I know they're on there, and so on and so forth. But like that, those are all direct correlations to me also growing. I'm not on social media for me to be like, I need to know what this guy's up to. I don't care. I don't give a fuck what anyone's up to. I don't even follow celebrities. Like I don't follow any celebrities. I followed Drake recently, but I don't even fucking go to his page. I only see if he posts music. Like, I'm not following a bunch of celebrities. I'm not anyone I'm following are people I know in real life. I don't just follow random people. So it's like, just I don't gain. The only thing I gain is my business grows and so on and so forth. But like, if my business was growing without the need for social media, if money was still getting my account, from people going directly to my site, bypassing social media. Like if I had 1,000 hits to my site, completely bypassing a social account, you wouldn't see me.
Yeah.
Like for what? I'd be running my business on the. I'm already doing stuff off camera, off social media, like to build certain things behind the scenes. Like if I didn't need that as well, I could just focus on all the stuff behind the scenes and just grow like that and become a millionaire and no one would see me. You would not need to. I wouldn't need to post that I'm at a wedding. I post them at a wedding because it gets me another wedding and so on and so forth.
Exactly.
But if I had 40 weddings lined up, you're not I don't need to post shit.
I don't need to post anything.
You don't need to see me.
Yeah.
I don't need to post more work because my work is full. I post my work because it trails are more work and so on. But like, I'm literally posting for future business and to be consistent continuation of the business growing. But if I was at a stage where it's already growing and it's facilitating people without any social media, there is no need for it.
Yeah.
But the creators of social media know that. They know that businesses facilitate through it, and in a way, it's trapped us.
Yeah, because in this day and age,
if you can have a company without social media, you can't.
Yeah,
you cannot.
You can't
operate.
You can't.
Like not even a mom and pop shop. Not even a shop that's been there for 70 years. You're the 70-year mom and pop shop down the street. You better make an Instagram account now because
you need to get with the times. That's exactly what it is.
You're forced by law, social law.
You got to work that into the title of this episode.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But scary, man. I gotta go. Yeah. You got a nap.
Let's get out of here.
This was special.
Yeah.
We never actually dove like this before. And we've talked about social media for so many times.
Yeah.
Like we never dove. Like today we dove.
Yeah.
And it's scary as hell.
I'm sure it won't be the last time.
It won't be.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Bye. See you guys.
Hello?
We need to talk.
We need to talk.
We need to talk. We need to talk.
We need to talk.